I almost just got hit by a bus, so let's use this opportunity to talk a little bit about driving in Italy. I'm Brian. It's Saturday, July 19th, and it's day 322 of running 5K and doing 200 push-ups every day. Well, we've left the Tuscan countryside. Actually, we've left Tuscany entirely. Emilia-Romagna. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly. In the bustling city of Bologna. It's very nice to be back in civilization, not running and driving on hills. We'll get to the driving in a minute. Right now, I'm just thankful to not be running hills. That building dates back to the 1400s. It's pretty cool. Quite an interesting looking city. It's medieval. Somehow it's also Spanish looking. Interesting. Here's the thing. Like anywhere, driving in Italy has its own unique set of challenges, whether you're in the countryside or the city. Now, if you're driving in a city, it's obviously going to be faster paced and a little bit more aggressive. By the way, if you ever see one of these signs, you need to really understand what it means. It means you're about to drive into a tourist zone that has restricted vehicle access for certain hours of the day. It'll be a little different everywhere, but make sure you understand what you're getting into, or you have prior permission in order to go there. Now, no matter where you go in Italy, 6 o'clock is the witching hour for aperitivo, and really, I'm just trying to get this run out of the way so Karen and I can join all these fine people. Some of the more aggressive city driving I've seen here is in Genoa, where Karen and I spent about 3 weeks last fall. I'll get into my actual thoughts on that city in a different video, but for now, I'll just say this. You go there, be prepared to be aggressive. You're gonna have to be, and it's not gonna make any sense, and you're gonna have to just kind of accept that. Now, outside the city, on the other hand, highways are actually pretty straightforward. People drive fast, but just be aware of it. One thing I will say, if you don't have like an easy toll situation where you can just drive right through a toll booth, make sure you get a ticket from the toll booth, and when you're about to get off the highway, make sure you put the ticket in and pay the appropriate toll. I accidentally didn't do that once last year. I ended up having to pay an extra 80 euros on top of the toll. I did much better this time. Now, if you're not on the highway, be prepared for roads no bigger than the width of your car, better two-way traffic, and get used to the fact that you're going to have to pull over, almost falling off the side of a cliff, to make sure that you don't hit oncoming traffic. Oddly enough, it starts to make sense the more you do it, and by the end of this past week, I was actually not uncomfortable with it at all. It's actually not that bad. It just takes a little bit of getting used to. And now that guy's covering Wonderwall. One common thing throughout all of Italy, no matter where you're driving though, is that people are kind of just going to do whatever they want. It kind of almost makes you question whether there are like specific traffic laws, or it's a little bit more like guidelines that should follow, but you know, if you don't, it's not a huge deal. Now, I'm also somebody who enjoys driving, so I say this with that bias in mind, but once you kind of get used to the flow of things, no matter where you are, it's pretty fucking fun, I have to say. But in the end, whether it's Italy or anywhere else, make sure you do a little bit of homework as far as specific things to look out for and be aware of. Laws you may not be used to, advice from anybody who's been there before. I did none of those things the first time we were here, and like I said, I had to pay that ticket. Almost ran over some people on motorcycles, so just do a little bit of homework before you go, and you'll have a good ass time. Anywho, drive safe out there, and I'll see you tomorrow.